Welcome guys to a new series called Real Talk, where the three of us will be discussing real opinions on recent games. Today's episode will be featuring FIFA 16, featuring your boy
Togo,
myself Shady,
and Deebuk.
Alright, let's get into it.
So why do people watch replays? Why do you think people watch replays?
it's a mind fuck you, to be honest. Not like with me, yeah. I watch like
So you watch a replay?
I score good goals.
If you score a good
I
goal,
score
would you watch a replay?
fortunes. I score like
Would
team
you watch?
play goals.
Would you watch a replay? Though?
If it's a good goal, yeah. I want to see the replay. Me
All three.
personally,
Or whatever. How many there is? Two now.
So
or
do you
something.
watch all of it?
Yeah.
The bit where you walk
And what about
back?
what's
no,
back?
not when he walks that. That's the one I skip. But I watch the replays.
But you know what? The one that hurts the most, that last one, because they're mashing A, and your player's walking back. That's when it hurts because they're mashed there. They're upset. They're mashing it. Me personally, I don't watch any replays unless it's a good goal, and I just want to record it. That's it. That's the sole reason.
That's calm.
But
when
normally
they
I'll mash A and they'll mash A and that's fine.
Yeah.
However, when they score against me,
You know,
it's a different story.
The worst part
It's a different
is
story.
you give them respect by skipping the goals, and
that's
then
the
they
thing.
watch the replay.
They watch
like,
the replay. The thing is, I'm 3-0 up. He'll score one goal and he'll watch the whole replay, and it's like, why? Why are you doing this? What are you
messes
getting?
me.
It's like, do you want me to quit? I'm 3-1 up. Do you want me to quit the game now because I can't handle you watching the replay? What are you
What's
gonna?
the-
what's
what
the
are you
goal?
trying to achieve?
What are you trying to achieve? If you're 1-0 up, you watch the replay. What are you? It's the 5th minute. Do you want me to quit the game already? Like, do you think the game's won because you scored in the first 5 minutes, which was a garbage goal anyway? So, I don't understand why people do it. Like, there's no need. If I'm mashing A, when I score a goal, you should be doing the same. There shouldn't be, because when I score, I will 100% make sure I will pause the game before the goal goes in, and then as soon as that finishes, I'll press pause again.
That's the
I was
thing.
doing
And
that last
I
season.
will take the nick.
If you want
If you wanna
to
do that.
I think the way the three of us are, we go into a game with a neutral mindset where the other guy, the opponent, I'm going to show you a base level of respect. If I score and it's a tap in, why am I going to watch it?
Standard.
I'm
Let's
going to
keep,
press
let's keep
A.
it moving. Let's go.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Let's play the game.
Let's go. Like, GG.
Let's go 1-0. All right, cool. Let's
If,
go.
if it's a banger from 75 yards,
I'll watch.
fine. I'm going to watch the
Yeah, if
replay.
I can
I'm not
see-
going
if
to
I-
watch. I'm not going to watch the
If
walk
I can
back.
see the good goal and I'm thinking, you've got to put your hands up and say, look, you know what, that's a good goal. Even if it's like a random shot from far, I was like, you can
can
put your hands-
understand.
You can understand it. Look, he's enjoyed that goal. But the guy goes that like a penalty and he watches every single replay. What is he getting? Or he just scores. My keeper made a mistake and he watches it. It's like, I don't see. And the way I see it the most, the lower leagues, I don't really mind. Like, but when you get to Division 1, it just turns into a mess. Like, every single goal I concede, I have to watch everything. And when I score, I press A. Unless the thing is, what I've noticed is the bad players do it. When I'm playing a good player or a semi-decent player, because I don't think there's such thing as good FIFA16 players, they press A, and then we carry on the game because we wanted to get on with the game. Where bad players will make me watch every single replay, and there's a lot of bad players in Division 1. And I think it's
I think that's a good
bad.
point, because when you think about it, a bad player, they're the sort of player that has to abuse every single mechanic in the game, and maybe they've realised that, listen, if I make this guy watch replays,
he might quit.
he's been peppering my goal for 60 minutes, my
struggling.
goalkeeper has somehow saved everything,
Scripted.
I punt the ball up the field, his opposing defender sticks his leg out and misses the ball, now I've scored. Okay, let me watch the replays. Let me get in his head.
Get into his head.
And I guess that's
But
why
if
people
you're a
that
good
do it
player,
are
you
bad
can-
players.
If you want to be a good player, just play the game. If you have confidence in your ability, you don't need to watch a replay. You don't want him
Exactly.
to quit. You want to play the game, bro.
If you're a good player,
Guys-
the last thing you want to do is
Guys
watch
just
a
want
replay.
to. Guys just want to.
Be scumbags.
Scumbags. They're scumbags.
But that's another point. Listen, we're all neutral players. We won't watch replays. But the moment I feel like I've given respect to my opponent and they try and take the piss out of me, then I can go into scumbag mode. That's literally when I start doing the Deebuk tactics, where I'll pause the game, say, all right, I'm not
Made
in a
them
rush.
wait,
I'm
made them
winning 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. Let me make you wait and see how you like it, you know? But that's just how the community is, unfortunately, when it really shouldn't be like that.
Okay, another question. If you can improve one aspect of the game to make the game more enjoyable, what would it be?
I don't think it can be. I think the game's actually finished. I think EA need to skip a year, to be honest. I wouldn't say destroy and read. That's what Pro needs to do. Need to just scrap the whole game, just start off fresh, take notes. But this game needs to take a year out, to be honest, because every year, what you put into the game ain't worth it. Like, you put women's football into the game. After that, the first week of FIFA, you never heard of that again. Like, you do goal of the month, goal of the week, sorry. You ain't like put a women's goal of the week. You ain't heard of women's football in FIFA again. Like, why is it in the game? You took resources to put into that.
And that's what they tried to push out.
Exactly, you was pushing it. You can't really.
They did. That's
But how can you really push that with 8? Was it 8 teams?
I don't even know.
I thought it was
like I
just
said in my
international teams,
video,
innit?
which I got flack for,
Like
I'm not going to use it, and I haven't used it.
I think.
And it's like, really and truly, you're just going to pick USA anyway. They're the best team in the game. It's not like the rest of the game where you got Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, Man U. It's going to be USA and whoever that next best team is. I think it's Germany.
So you're saying they should focus on making the game better rather than putting gimmicks such as women's football that
Really and
not
truly,
a lot of people care about.
You've done a bit of motion censoring for the women, obviously, but that's it really. You've done that. You've got like your templates there, whatever. Sorted. And like you try to push it as a gimmick, and it's like you ain't even pushed it yourself no more. It's like you completely forgot.
Yeah, I don't see them. I don't see the goals featuring any like
That's
goals of the week.
Like, why aren't you done like this week's women's goal of the week? Like from the start of the week, you say, look, next week's goal of the week's women's only. So that way, people are gonna play. Like, if you want to be in it, you're gonna have to play that. But you don't do that. It's like you forgot. You completely forgot. It's like it's not making us no money. It's not Ultimate Team. True. We don't care.
Alright, Shady, what would you do to improve the game?
I think, like Duke said, I mean, if you were to improve just one feature, even dramatically, it still wouldn't fix the game. But I would start with cursor switching. For me, that's one of probably the top 3 biggest problems of FIFA, even in previous FIFAs.
But don't you think it's other players abusing the system? Because when you run in zigzags, it's like you're running to that player, but because you switch to the other side so quickly, the cursor change is not quick enough, so it goes to that player, whereas this player is already on that side. So don't you think it's just people abusing the system? That's what I don't like about zigzag running, because it's a glitch.
That's a good point.
It's a glitch.
But I think 2 things. I play on manual, so technically it should never, ever change my cursor. Manual? Yeah, manual cursor.
Oh, cursor. Right.
Technically, it should never change my cursor for me.
You should have full control.
Full control. I've tried, having it on low. I've even tried auto just to see what that was like. They're all garbage. For me, manual was the most usable, and even still, it's still bad. And I use the right stick, which should, allow me to react. Because if you're zigzagging, you can't zigzag twice in the same direction. So I know where you're going.
Yeah, you're gonna go the other side.
And I want to flick I want to change to that centre back, but it gives me the left back. Even though I'm putting the stick, So if they fix that, that'd be a start. And when I think back to some older football games, like, I don't know, let's say Pro Evolution 6, 5, 4, as much as they were pretty much offline games, I don't remember having issues with cursor switching.
No,
so it's something that can be fixed.
They didn't have something like the zigzag running though, did they?
That is a
problem.
All games then were perfect.
That's the thing.
The thing is, with games now, with the online, we're getting games that are not even finished yet because they've released day 1 patches. I've seen day 1 like Halo, I think Anniversary, I swear it's like a 20 gig patch or something. Like, really, you're not releasing a full game, man.
Yeah. But FIFA, to be fair, they've released, I think, 2-3 patches now, trying to fix the game.
4, maybe even 4.
Yeah, but why are you releasing the game, and it's not like it's something that just popped up every year.
The way I see it, when I play seasons, before the game was out, I thought it was alright. But the difference is, seasons is different
It's
to Ultimate
different.
Team.
Different
Ultimate
ball
Team
game.
is a complete different game, from in my opinion. And then when you get to draft, that's even worse than Ultimate Team. That's the bottom of the barrel. So if you're playing Ultimate Team and just drafts, this game is nothing how you remembered it when before you was playing the demo where it's slower and it's more accurate passing and stuff. But when you get to Ultimate Team, it's just everything just speeded up, 100 miles per hour. The
I
whole
don't know
game's
why
like that.
it's so fast.
And then you had
Football's not like that.
all the problems with the penalties, which they to be fair they fix, but sometimes you still get your stupid penalties.
But you know, you can live with it.
You can
now.
live with it, but before it was
Like
it was unplayable. It
three
was
for each
literally
side of the game.
unplayable.
I just think, like, fundamentally, do you not have games testers? Like, you're one of the biggest publishers
have
in,
game
in,
testers?
in the gaming universe.
Or do they have
But-
YouTubers that come in to play
you
the
not
game?
test the game? How can you not
Okay.
see that penalties are nonsense
Okay,
before the game comes out?
ha-
How can you not see that passing's terrible? How can
And they
you
do
not
beta
see-
tests.
why
as well.
don't
Exactly.
But how
And then
about
they do the demos.
look at it this way? FIFA 14 really bad games. We didn't even play it. We got to what? Maybe January. We all stopped playing it. FIFA 15, although it had its stupidness, was clean. I have to admit, is you could play.
It was
you
playable because you were in control.
you're in control of what you're
most
doing.
things. Yeah.
The game's clean. What can they do to switch it up? Make the game bad again. Now in FIFA 17, when you think it's clean, now you appreciate FIFA 17 more. Don't you think they can do it like that? Don't you think they intentionally try and make the game different so you don't enjoy it as much, and then the next game you hold your hands up like, yeah, you got a great game here, like I did with FIFA 15.
I don't agree with that, because if you think about it, all of us are going to buy it.
Everyone
Like, if
buys
you
it.
love football and you love your football games, unfortunately, we don't have another alternative. Pro Evolution, and I always say this, I'm a Pro Evolution fan.
Same. I'm a
I
pro.
think these two are.
We
as
all
well.
came from.
I still play.
I was officially
Here
the
we
best
go.
player in London in Pro Evolution in 2008.
We can't guarantee that
Fact,
that statement's accurate.
Top rated in the UK from
Like, we
London.
all came from pro.
saying.
It's like
I still
we
play.
play with
I
pro
play with
buttons.
pro buttons now, so I'm a pro.
Yeah, I'm
fan.
still pro player.
Like,
Like
pro
run,
was that
but-
game. Like I played. Like obviously we came, like play FIFA like Super Nintendo, but like pro was gone. Like
Yeah, it was untouchable
especially
until
with
what?
friends and that. And it's but
Till
FIFA always had it in the
2008.
charts. And like I could never understand why is FIFA always number one, but everyone I know plays pro.
It's because they had the licenses, and
Yeah, it's all the
you know, I guess some of the younger lot wouldn't want to play with North London Red.
yeah.
And it was
You know?
like 2008 was the last straw. Like that
Yeah.
pro was.
That was
awful.
when-
that was the Michael Owen and
Yeah.
Ronaldo on the
Ronaldo,
front.
yeah, that's when it was.
That was the last straw.
That's when it was.
That was when it flipped.
Yeah, that's when
That,
it
that
was.
was the
08.
flip.
I didn't play FIFA 08. I played it on PC, and I could see it was a decent game. And then 09 for me was when
Didn't
I
you
fully.
feel? That's why didn't you have it on 360?
No, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't,
Because it was like 5-man clubs on.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
but
clubs. It was
I
just
wasn't-
like 5v5.
5v5. No, I wasn't on 08.
But I think
I had it on PC though,
Okay, cool.
but then it was 09
Yeah.
when I jumped
Oh
on.
wait, 09 was the
Yeah, 09 was a good game.
clean.
It was a good game. I just don't get why
Like,
you can't make
that's what I'm saying,
incremental
like-
changes and just.
But that's what I'm saying.
Move up.
They've been hustling backwards because I can't think of stuff in like from 08, 09, 10, 11. I can't think of garbage stuff like goes on in this game. All this nonsense, all these penalties that are not penalties. So what kind of program's been going on for you to
But
be?
if they kept it the same, everyone's like, all you're doing is just releasing an update.
But that's what they do anyway.
I think what
it's a
they've-
different game now. You can't say it's the same game.
I think
'cause
they've come away from
Yeah, it's a
the
different game
complete automaticness, because one thing that Pro Evolution players would say about FIFA was that it was just automatic. Like, if I just, you don't really have to put any thought behind your passes. If I press A, doesn't matter what direction I hold on FIFA. On previous years, it's gonna go to it's
before
gonna go to
FIFA,
my player.
you could get a keeper and you could run out with the ball, do
Can't
skills
listen
and
to
do
them
all that
pro
stuff.
players though, man. The players running
But
back
I
three
think now
directions. man.
it's I think now FIFA's come a little bit away from being the same automaticness. If
Like
that
a
makes
basic
sense. It's
game.
still, it's still automatic, because when I'm defending manually and I know where my opponent's gonna pass, and it still makes the pass go around my player, then that's completely automatic. But in other ways, it's a bit more manual, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And if you gave me one way to improve the game, I would just say, just let us do what we hope to do when we press an A pass, or
Do
just
us freely.
fits passing, fit A pass, because A pass makes no sense. There's no reason to have A pass on even on your pad. You should just break it, because there's no need for it, because it's irrelevant.
much
Like,
useless.
yeah, it's pretty much useless. And
But we've slept on why the through ball. Through balls are just trash.
well, it's always been like that.
It's true, but
It's always been like that.
it's like now we go back to it being automatic, because if I'm running through, I have a player ahead of me who's onside, and he's kind of near the opponent's area, and I just tap Y, the ball's gonna go to the keeper every time.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to drill it? To be fair though, drilled passing is absolutely broken in the opponent's third. So yeah, it's kind of made through balls redundant.
Another question: do you believe in scripting in this game?
There's something's going on. Like, you can't be 3-0 up and then all of a sudden everyone turns blind and they don't do what you want. Next thing is 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. You score to make it 4-3, 4-4.
But don't you think that's down to you being more comfortable, because you know you're 3-0 up?
I'm never comfortable.
You're taking it easy. You're not trying hard, because you know the game's
easy, because I know you get extra points for goals. So I'm still trying to score more. Like, but something just blocks you completely, like, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The thing is, it almost feels like at times it's literally just a switch, where it's not even gradual, like it might be in real football, where okay, you know, maybe they've had a chance and then they can build on that.
Yeah.
But in FIFA, there's been times where 3-0 up in the first half, the guy hasn't even touched the ball. Second half, all of a sudden, you can't even win the ball.
Yeah, you can't get the ball out of your half.
You know, every time your player touches the ball, he takes a bad touch and, you know, they've taken it off you and then you're defending. So for me, if I was to give a yes or no answer to that question, I would say yes, there is scripting in the game. Especially when I watched I think a huge gorilla. I'm sure some people would have heard of him. He's probably one of the best FIFA players this year in the world. There's a video on YouTube. I think he was streaming on Twitch. It was a tournament game, and he just couldn't score. Just couldn't score.
I bet he had a good team as well.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. And then his opponent
Just
gets some fluky goals. So you can't tell me that that's legitimate.
Yeah. I've always said, if you're 2-0 up, you have to get the third goal. If you don't get the third goal, your opponent's going to win that game, because the scripting has gone in their favour. I've always said in FIFA 15, there was FIFA gods that if they want you to lose, they can make it. But with FIFA 15, you still had control over the game. So when I knew scripting was in place, I used to just pass along my back line, take it a bit easy, just don't do anything stupid, just keep it simple. Whereas with this game, when the scripting starts, it's like you have no control. You don't even have control anyway, even if there isn't a scripting. Exactly. So
because with scripting, you can't fall back on your possession game.
You can't play possession. You like when in FIFA 15, when the scripting was happening, you knew if I keep the ball,
let me just
they can't
exactly.
score, so
yeah.
They can't take advantage of the scripting. But with FIFA 16, when the scripting takes you have no control over the ball, so it's just
to keep possession. Your players,
you can't keep
possession's the last thing you want to do. I'm telling you,
they can't control the ball.
Exactly.
I've read on Reddit saying, FIFA 16 is about possession. It's like some more build up. It's about build up. I've had over 60% possession in nearly all my games, and I'm still losing.
Counts for nothing.
Still losing games with guys with like 60% pass accuracy. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you have to have minimum 80%, and guys with like 65 just hoofing it. Just stupid glitch in the game or error, and then they score, and then it's like, there's no build-up play needed. There's no, you have to pass around, or you have to be smart in how you play this game. This game is brainless, so I think there is clear scripting in this game, and there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing. There's no.
Let me add one thing. You know, how you said it's 2-0. That's not a safe lead.
It's not.
For me, that was in previous FIFAs. This FIFA, you need 3 goals.
Pause, yeah.
If it, like even at 3, you can still get cheese.
You
Like
can
in
still get-
FIFA 15, I've never lost a 3-goal lead.
I've lost the 3-0
In
goal.
16, I have.
I've
And the thing
definitely
is,
have.
once they get the 1 goal, you're like, okay,
But
it's
that's
coming.
the thing, when you can see that first goal, and like what's
Especially when it's not
to
a clean
60th
goal,
minute, yeah.
exactly.
When it's a mess, normally 50th, 60th minute, that's when it starts turning into a mess. You're like, and then they'll score a goal straight after that, and then that's when it's like, I think that's when it goes a bit even because it's either you have to score the next goal. If you don't score the next goal, they're possibly going to beat you. They're going to score the 3rd and the 4th goal. So that's when you have to score. Otherwise, you're in deep trouble. But then it's a more of a mental thing. You're thinking, oh, this guy's got the script in his favour. He's just scored 2 goals. I need to get a goal. And then you're doing silly mistakes. Then you can't even control the ball and your players are not making runs. And then everything's against you. And then you're going to have to hope that maybe you get the cheat goal. You get the glitch. You get your opponent scoring an own goal or something like that. So, yeah, it's pretty clear to see. And I know a lot of YouTubers have said it because I'm guessing the EA people have told them. And KSI has openly said there's scripting in this game. A lot of YouTubers know about it as well. So it's something that I don't think is needed. If you're bad at the game, you're bad at the game. Don't punish the good players because they're winning. There's no need. That's the one thing with Pro. If you're a good player, you're smashing that player. Even in FIFA 15, it wasn't that bad. Like I said, because you still had control over what your players were doing. This game, not so much. You're pretty much screwed in that department.
Thank you guys for watching Real Talk. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you have any suggestions or questions for next time, then do let us know in the comments.
Let me know if you want us to do a real talk on any other game, because we've played quite a few games. We're hoping to do a Street Fighter special one, and let us know what you think of this game. I know some people have said this game is enjoyable, so you guys can give us a reason why it's enjoyable, because right now we're all struggling to find a valid reason why this game is fun.
Thanks guys, this has been Real Talk. You've been great.
I've been great.
We'll catch you on the other side, guys. Peace.